Let's talk about some of the inspiration behind the development of our new animated series, Genlock. At the beginning of the series, the year is 2068. There's flying cars and the full dive virtual reality experience. The technology changes, but the show frequently asks, does humanity evolve with the tech?
What is Genlock if not the next step in humanity's evolution?
Hiya! How you doing?
I think the biggest challenge art directing a show like this with how large the scope and how large the world is and everything is, it's an animation, so you have to make everything. Every little thing has to be designed and built.
A lot of just figuring out what Genlock is kind of figuring out how things should move and how it will be different than what we're used to doing. So that's something that I really enjoyed.
We ended up spending a lot of time just doing a lot of experimentation. We wanted it to feel really epic. We wanted it to feel like this sort of high-octane adventure.
Aesthetically, I wanted something that felt more cinematic in nature. We went for a 2:3:9 aspect ratio, which basically means it's much more horizontal in scope. You're going to witness the show having different frame rates within that 24 frame per second standard. I think it puts you in a place where you're getting less hung up on a realistic, perfect, and crisp presentation of reality, and instead it's more about having a little bit of blur and flicker that it makes it feel more dreamlike.
Now we're starting to get to a point where I think we figured out what 3D animation is and how good it can look and what the style of it is. We're getting to a point now in the industry where we can start to break all those rules and kind of just try new things.
I'm having a fantastic time seeing how all these other studios are experimenting in this domain right now.
For the most part, I think it's exciting to be a part of this now and kind of start trying new things like this and see all the different studios just giving different styles a go.
It was interesting going to the team, talking about some of these high-level ideas, and then watching the brainstorming and the ideas that were popping up of like, this is how we can push things further, this is how we can make this battle more interesting.
And we're all approaching it aesthetically in a really cool, synchronized way also. There's a lot of people out there that are asking themselves the same questions, whether, do we want more diversity and representation in our storytelling, to, hey, now that the technology for how we make animated stories is so powerful and flexible, how far do you want to push that? How crazy can you get? The fact that Genlock is going to be one of the voices answering these questions and telling the story and participating in this movement in culture right now is a pretty amazing thing.